Dad, I'd like to talk to you.
Okay, Jimmy. Just what do you want to talk about?
Every time I see Jenny, I feel kind of funny. Especially in my...
Now, I'm glad you came to me about that, Jimbo. But before you go on, I'd like to talk to you all about hue, saturation, and value.
Why?
Because, Jimbo, hue, saturation, and value are very important when you're looking at images. Let's begin by checking out value. Value is very important. It's a great aspect of an image, very comparable to brightness. For example, let's indulge ourselves by looking at the stellar image of Michelle Bachmann. Can we do Herman Cain instead? No. Now, if we were to turn the value nearly all the way up, we'd end up with something like this. My eyes! Oh, Jimmy, that's not even the worst thing you'll be seeing today. Now, if we were to turn the brightness and value all the way down, we'd end up with something like this. You can hardly even see Michelle anymore. Isn't that interesting? Now, let's take a look at the hues. We can change the hues of the image, and it would look like this. Isn't that interesting? Now, let's look back at our original photograph. I don't know how that got there. I wish Jenny would do that to my... Okay, here's the original photo. Now, let's take a look at saturation. Saturation is the measure of how colorful an image is. Now, if we were to take our picture of beautiful Michelle, and we were to turn the saturation all the way down, we'd end up with some black and white photograph that sort of looks like this. Now, if we were to take the saturation and turn it all the way up, we would end up with some vibrant colors that look just like this. Oh yes. But what just happens if we were to turn up the hue, the saturation, and the value of the same photograph? What would we see? Well, Jimbo, we would end up with a photograph that looks a little something like this. Oh, that looks very pretty, just like Jenny. Can we have a convenient review slide just for fun? Oh yeah, Jimmy. Here you go.
So now that you know all about hue, saturation, and value, what was it you wanted to talk about, Jimmy?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about Jenny, but now that I know about color, hue, and saturation, I think I understand.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, and, by the way, my real dad said I shouldn't be hanging out with you anymore.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be hanging out with kids anyway.